Hello. Hi, y'all. Hold on. I'm going to see if my thing's situated. Looks like it's okay. All right. How do I look, y'all? Anybody watching? Let me know. This catches a lot of light, actually. I never noticed before that this particular shiny materials messing with the lighting in here. Just a touch. Thank you, hun. Hi, Prince. Okay, well, that's good. It's all right. It'll just have to do because I ain't going to do nothing different. Hey, Goog, how's it going? I hope y'all are on the mend. I think you were well, and poor Patrick was sick last week. I hope he's still alive. And I say that with my whole heart. I really do. Hey, Patrick, you're alive. Welcome to the show. I'm glad you made it another week in hell. What can we do? Just keep going. Just keep going till we can't go no more, right? Well, it is a shit show outside right now. I tell you what, before we get started, I just need to vent because my motherfucking dog took me on an Odyssey adventure in the rain for 45 fucking minutes and would not take a dump. I had to take him to the dog park twice. First time, he didn't go because some dog barked at him, and then he spent the whole time worrying about that dog, even though he couldn't find it. And then we went on a longer walk. I even took him into the soccer field next door because the gate was open. I was like, surely he'll poop on some fresh grass. But no, that asshole had me going all around. I was wet. He's totally wet. And then finally, I took him back to the dog park. He did his business. We got home. Everything's wet. So I'm sorry, I just had to get that off my chest because it's really raining hard right now. Well, not hard, it's just steady, and it's cold, and it's supposed to freeze. There's supposed to be an ice storm tonight. So hopefully it will not be bad because at least, he can hold it to the evening. But I needed him to take that shit tonight because in the morning, it probably wasn't going to happen. So yeah. I don't know what's up, but I had to get that off my chest. Woo! Oh, well, I'm glad. Yes. Negative is good. Effects, yeah, it takes a while sometimes to get over some sicknesses. I've had the flu so bad that it took me like a month to get back to my normal pace. And I was down with it for like literally bedridden for a week, like could not get out of bed. And then once I got out of bed, I was like poorly for another 3 weeks. It was serious. Like I literally in moments felt like death was around the corner. And that was just the flu. So I can't imagine COVID. They say it's worse. I don't know. Let's see. Squirrels have been rough at my dog park. Oh, yeah. So the dog gets distracted and he won't take a dump. I guess that's the fight or flight thing kicking in, but still, it's very inconvenient when it's raining and it's cold. Oh, well, I hope you're on the mend and keep getting better and you don't have no relapse. Keep that eucalyptus steam going. Keep that, I think it was patchouli last week we decided you needed to have, or the universe said. Yeah. Oh, hi, P&G. Welcome. We was just talking about my terrible dog, and poor Patrick is still feeling the effects of the Rona. But he's on the upswing. So, all right, let's before we get to the questions, we should do our little introduction. Since I'm just talking to y'all, people watching it later might not understand. So, hello, I'm Arcieoracola. I'm the OraCola. Welcome to my show. Tonight, I'm going to be channeling messages and signs from the universe, prompted by your questions that you will put in the chat. And I have several oracles to choose from. If you want to look at the list, it's in the description box below. Click that down arrow. And all y'all that's participating right now, y'all know the deal. So I'll just go through them real quick. So we got the tarot, the arcieoracola tarot. This is my deck. Not my dick, my deck. And then we have our newest oracle, which is the Style Oracle, if you want some fashion inspiration. And I will say, the couture shows all dropped in the last 2-3 weeks, and there's some good ones. I did watch some that I was like, but there were some other ones that were real good. This is the Crystal Oracle. If you're looking for some earth energies, you might want to choose this particular one. And then we have our Essential Oil Oracle. This is plant medicine if you're looking for any kind of scents or plants to incorporate into your life. Those are your options. We have our Hat of Self-Care. Everybody can use some self-care, especially in these interesting times. So if you just want a quick little suggestion, I'll draw something out of there. We have our favorite Karen, the old magic hate ball here. Still sporting her knives. I don't know which way she prefers. I think she's versatile. She can go either end. But yeah. So this is the magic hate ball. If you don't want to answer to your question, you just want something that's like snarky and not helpful, choose the magic hate ball. We do have our Revelation Oracle. This is the revelation of the King James Version of the Holy Bible, which is the only version of the Holy Bible that counts. And you will choose Revelation, and I will find a verse, and hopefully it will set you on the right path. And then last, but certainly not least, we have the Porticle. This is just a dirty picture book. It's an encyclopedia of smut. And if you want some erotic inspiration to help you with your query, then choose the Porticle. Make sure, though, you don't type dirty words. It has to be very vanilla. So use creative spelling. Otherwise, it'll get deleted immediately. Like, it won't even show up in the chat. So put the questions in the right way. All right. So we did have, we got to do our thing. We got to do the ritual. Okay. So this is the time in the show when we take a second to just kind of center ourselves and invite the universe into our space. Thank the universe for being with us, allowing us to live in this glorious time. We did choose it after all. And then we're just going to do whatever ritual we like to do. I have a few things I do. Y'all do whatever you want to do as long as it's consensual. This is the sacred wood. We're going to burn some sacred wood. Get that wet dog smell out of the air. Oh man, he was so wet. So wet. 45 minutes in the rain. Jesus. All right. So we got that. And then we got our little bell. We're going to ring the bell to get rid of any dark energies that don't like that lovely tinkling sound. And I'm going to also just let the universe know we're here. Hey, come on over. Come out and play. All right. And then we want to get rid of the Rona. So we definitely want to use our UV lamp, our cleansing, sanitizing UV lamp for any pathogens, natural or man-made, that might be hanging around in the air and on our surfaces. All right. And then, of course, our Rich Bitch Witch Spray. This is for abundance. We just want to ask the universe to let us have abundance. Sometimes the abundance might not be what we want. It might be an abundance of sickness, but you know what? You got to take the good with the bad. Hopefully, the abundance is good. And if you would like to share any of your good abundance with me, this is the time in the show when I need to plug it. So hang tight. You can send offerings, donations, tips, however you need to notate it, to me on PayPal or on Venmo. I am not a service. I'm your friend. Just say it's for hamburger or something. And then you can send me donations. It's arcieoracola on either Venmo or PayPal. If you can't, that's okay too. But any donations are always appreciated and put to good use. I get new oracles with them. So there's that. Okay. We had a question. Let's see. Revelations for Goog. Which wine should I drink while watching the OraCola? Well, I'm wearing pink, so maybe a rosé or a white Zinfandel. I don't know. Let's see. I got to pull up that random number generator. So and there's 22 chapters in there. So we're going to pick a chapter 17. And then we're going to pick a verse once we figure out how many verses is in this chapter. This is getting toward the end of it too. Like the hellfire and damnation is strong in the end. Let's see, 17 has 18. So let's see. 18. And generate 1. Okay. So first verse. Book of Revelation, chapter 17, verse 1. And there came one of the 7 angels which had the 7 vials, and talked with me, saying unto me, Come hither, I will shew unto thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters. Okay, yeah, this is the pre-show to the judging of the whore of Babylon. So I would get something delicious, maybe red. I feel like you need something heavy, so something with a higher alcohol content, because it's going to be a very juicy trial. So there's your answer. I hope you got the right thing handy. Oh, hi, Carol Jean. Welcome to the show. Glad you could make it. Okay, now let me go back. All right. Patrick, what does the tarot have to say about the recent announcement that all non-vaccinated service members are going to be immediately discharged? Well, that was on the table now, wasn't it? They wasn't playing around with it. We may get some pushback and we may get some victories in this whole fight. And the truckers are still up there doing their thing. So I have hope that we'll follow the lead of places like Denmark, which have just like scrapped the whole damn thing. They're like, we're done. No more. We're done. But there's some holdouts, that whole World Economic Forum, George Soros, Pfizer, BlackRock crowd is just hell bent on getting this shit passed because they really need us to all be surveilled with a barcode. They need to have that knowledge for some reason. But whatever. So I don't know. I think it's sad, but the military is the last place you want to go if you want to have body autonomy, because they do whatever they want with you and you don't have nothing to say about it. So I feel sorry for them. I really do. And I hope that they'll find a better career if they do get booted. I don't think it's fair because, it's all very new and it's for nefarious purposes, but whatever. Let's see here. Tarot. The devil. Perfect. Yeah, this is some devil's work. I think I already said what I need to say. Some people might interpret this as, the service members are following the wrong path because they're refusing the medicine. But I really think, like I said, this whole mandate situation is the Trojan horse to get that whole social credit surveillance system kicked off. And yeah, I don't think the battle, I mean, we might win a battle or two, but the war is definitely not over. We're not even in the first part of it, from what I can tell. So we just got to keep on fighting. Okay. Carol Jean, well, we missed you too. We're so glad that you could make it. Oh, I'll have a 2017 Pinot Noir. That sounds perfect for the Horror Babylon. Theraflu. Oh no, are you sick? Poor thing. I'm so sorry. Well, eucalyptus steam and patchouli seem to be working for Patrick. So, and Theraflu. So maybe you should try some of that. France, since it's Groundhog Day, ask the magic hate ball is what will have 6 more weeks of winter. I think I know what you're trying to say. Oh, Carol Jean, I'm sorry you got the Rona. It's going around. It's been going around. All right, so back to the groundhog. So it is Groundhog Day. It is the 2nd of February, 2022. I don't know if I said that. It's 222022, which is kind of crazy. Yeah. And it's also Groundhog Day. So Puxatawny Phil up in Pennsylvania saw his shadow and he went back underground. So they say 6 more weeks of winter. That's the tradition. I've never actually followed up on his his track record. And I know they've had probably a few Puxatawny Phils in the history of the whole thing because groundhogs don't live that long. They're rodents, right? So they probably have a whole stable of them. They just pick whichever one's not biting that day. But yeah, so I don't know. I bet someone's done it. I bet someone has written about the track record of Puxatawny Phil predicting the next 6 weeks of weather. We'll see. I'll look it up later. Okay. What do we got here? Without a doubt, the magic hate ball says without a doubt. So yeah, it seems like Phil and Karen are on the same page today. Sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry. You know, that's the thing. They say this new one, it don't really matter because everybody's supposed to get it. It's just, it's a matter of when and just your genetics and luck of the draw, how bad you get it. So I hope you have a speedy recovery. And yeah, good luck. Eucalyptus steam, patchouli. All right. Quad 2 day, 2222. Yeah. I should have looked up the numerology for the number 2. I got distracted. I had to go on that 45-minute walk in the rain with the dog just earlier. So that cut into my prep time. Okay, let's see. Book of Revelation for Patrick. Will Justin Trudeau survive Corona? That fucker, that little dough-faced little pissant bitch boy. Can you believe the utter like crap that came out of that man's mouth? I even hesitate to call him a man. He's a little mama's boy. I was going to say sissy. You can't say that no more. But he's such an ass. I mean, at least pretend that you're going to engage and stay in town. And even if you have to have a separate like place and you don't want to actually get out on the street. Oh my God. When I heard the first thing that, he was exposed and so he's going to isolate, I'm like, that's convenient. Not surprised. And then he's come down with it. Apparently, he also, too, assumedly has all the things because you have to have them in Canada or you can't go to Walmart. So, yeah. I don't have very nice things to say about him personally, but we'll see what the Book of Revelation has to say. All right, so Trudeau, that little dough-faced punch bitch. Let's see. Chapter 15. chapter 15. I would turn right to it, and there's 8 verses. So let's go to 8. 4. Book of Revelation, chapter 15, verse 4. Ooh, this is in all caps, so it might mean that God said it. Who shall not fear thee, O Lord, and glorify thy name? For thou only art holy, for all nations shall come and worship before thee, for thy judgments are made manifest. Okay, so this is like a chorus of angels. I'm just kind of skimming ahead here. So they're singing this song. You're just saying, like, you're the king, and nobody should be afraid of you if you did the right thing. I await his judgment. Yeah, that Trudeau. And it's blatantly just offensive the way he even, like, the words that he was using to address these protesters. You can disagree with the protest all you want, but if you are the head of a nation, there is a certain amount of decorum that is expected from what you say. Now, I know not every leader has done this. Trump, it's not necessarily everyone's forte. But there's still the expectation that you will have some script, like some speech writers on deck to kind of punch it up and soften it up and make it more palatable. That's at least the expectation. But I guess, all the leaders of the world are just like, fuck it. We don't give a shit. We don't like you people. We don't like the little people. We want to control you little people. And so we're just going to come out and fucking say it. How do you like them apples? Well, I don't. Okay, sorry, I got a little tracked. You triggered me. It was a Trudeau trigger. Oh, it's horror. It's not even like a Shakespearean comedy is like 10 times more clever than the drivel that just pours, the diarrhea that pours out of that man's mouth. Jesus Christ. Okay. Let's go back to center here and not get triggered by the man. The man exists to trigger us, and it is our duty to not get triggered by the man. So don't get triggered. Don't get triggered. Okay. Does anybody else have a question? Hopefully one that won't get me going. Yes, higher vibes, vibrate higher. I should have that. That should be my slogan, vibrate higher. And then, there's that double entendre in there. So I guess it's kind of silly too. It's a little bit lame, but it's true. I need to vibrate higher. I don't need to sink to that level. That's a very third dimensional level. The one that Trudeau is in. He's a very third dimensional thing. I need to go higher, go way high, especially to put up with that shit. Okay. Anybody? Question? Does anybody have a question? I don't think I missed any questions, and I definitely don't remember getting any on the social media, although I can double check. In the meantime, I'm going to shuffle my cards. I feel called to shuffle. Need to do something with my hands besides punch people in the face. Sorry. Okay. There. It was better. Let me check the social. Oh, there's a comment. Oh, Megatex is doing. Let's see. What message do I need to hear tonight now from the universe? Okay, tarot. That should be pretty simple to do. What is the message for Megatex? They're always able to watch it later, I'm pretty sure. So I'm glad that we have this reciprocal relationship where even if you can't watch the actual show, you can watch it later. That is the nice thing about it on the YouTube. Okay, let's see. Megatext Tarot. The Fool. Okay, so new beginning. This is the message for you. It isn't. We did have a new moon on Tuesday, yesterday. Yeah, the first. It was the first. It was Chinese New Year. Happy New Year to all the Chinese people. It's the yeah. So new moons is a good time to start new things, and so the Fool is just that's the beginning card of the deck. That is the archetype of the 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 traveler, the person who doesn't necessarily know where they're going, but they're in a good mood to get there. So start something new and don't be afraid to step out there and do it. Okay. P&G. That's right, Carol Jean. Patrick did hit a nerve. And you know what? I think more people ought to have their nerve hit by that. That's nerve hitting worthy. P&G Tarot for February. The shortest month of the year. Is this a leap year? I can't remember. I know it's every 4 years, but I can't remember the last one. You know, Apollo's birthday is in February. He was born around the 22nd, as best as we can figure. There's no exact birth certificate for him, but he was born in a cold rainstorm just like tonight. So maybe that's why he was enjoying his time out there. He was having some sense memory. Okay. Tarot. Ooh, the Emperor. Okay, this one's good. So you need to take charge. You need to organize your kingdom and run it like a good leader should, not like the leaders we've been talking about. Don't fall into the trap of being a control freak. You don't need to have tabs on every single thing all the time, but a good leader is something that everybody needs, and you can lead by example. You can maybe take on a new project at work or take on a new project at home. It's getting to be planting season, so maybe you want to plant a garden or something. Yeah, the Emperor. So there's your energy. You can look it up and see all the different permutations of that interpretation, but that's a good one. So yeah, take charge in February. Okay. Get a drink here. I guess I should get some tea going, although I feel like I've been spilling it this whole time. It is 9:27 though. All right. What kind of tea we got in here today? Ooh. CNN. So CNN, their general president, manager, whatever, dear leader, whatever they call it, resigned quite suddenly today. Apparently because he did not disclose a relationship of a romantic nature with one of his subordinates. And that is the cover story, although I do not think that is actually why this person is making a hasty exit. CNN is in an interesting position. They are like that wounded tiger that is pretty much done. Like the tiger is done. It's on the outskirts of the tiger clan. The other tiger's whooped its ass. It's got gangrene in its paw, and it's going down. But it's still mean as fuck. And so it's going down swinging. And so CNN has just been egregiously propagandizing pretty much everything going on in the world. I don't check CNN to see what the truth is. I check CNN to see what the man wants me to think the truth is. And that's been the true for a few years now, but definitely true now. And so they've had all kind of scandals. There's a lot of pedophile scandals. Yeah, you can look that shit up. It happened. It's all very quiet and hush hush. But that was amongst some of their producers. And they've had, some interesting issues with their Cuomo situation, with the brother of the governor of New York, the former governor of New York, covering for him and his sex scandal and his other scandals, especially the scandals we cannot talk about, like the one where he sent all them people to nursing homes to die in the beginning of the pandemic. Yes, that whole situation. So CNN has had a lot of troubles lately. I can't say that I'm surprised because they made the bed, they got a lie in it, but I don't know how it's going to play out. Like now that the president has exited, obviously they're going to try to do some kind of pivot and like do something different. The other option, of course, is that they stay on the same course and it just doesn't matter. They got a lot of money behind them, so it's not like they're going to go away. It's not like CNN is going to go bankrupt anytime soon. Pfizer's making bank and they sponsor CNN. So it's all going to be fine. But it's just the fact that the propaganda arm, one of the propaganda arms of the man, is having so much trouble maintaining the facade, I think gives people hope that yes, we're not all as stupid as the man thinks we are. And yes, we can see through a lot of the crap that's just been paraded on TV in the last several years. And we're not going to consume it no more. We just ain't. It's like, what do they say? The Chinese people don't watch the news in China because they know it's propaganda. So it's like the same thing. So CNN is essentially becoming the Chinese news. So yeah, that's what I think about CNN. If you disagree with my assessment of CNN, if you think CNN is a bastion of journalism, then bless your heart. I still love you. Okay. Will the power stay on Chronicle? Yes. That's a good one for the Chronicle. And at the very least, it'll show you what you can do to keep warm. So there you go. All right. Back to the old number generator. There's 755 pages in the Chronicle. And what page are we going to get? 240. 240. Let's see what page 240 has for us to look at. And sorry, Carol Jean, but hopefully y'all ain't in the same room, so it's not as awkward. 240. Okay, so it looks like they're using candles in this scene, so the power might go out. It's possible, but you will also have enough power to see what you need to see and do what you got to do. So yeah, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Hide it under a bushel. No, I'm gonna let it shine. Did any of y'all go to Christian school? Do y'all remember that song? Yeah, maybe it will stay on. But I can't tell. I mean, it's a candle. He's holding a candle. Okay, so this poor woman, we can interpret this a different way too. This poor woman is passed out. She is either asleep or drugged or both. And she is just like, out, fainted on the couch. This little scamp comes along with a candle and lifts up her skirt and her thigh. I don't know how she didn't wake up for that, but and then it's just gonna like, I guess check it out. I don't know. It's a very suspenseful picture because it's like, ooh, what's gonna happen next? We don't know. Is she gonna wake up? Is something else gonna happen? We just don't know. So yeah. Hot wax close. Some people pay good money for that. It takes all kinds. Yeah, maybe he's a doctor. I don't think so. Based on that passed out thing. Plus, there would have been nurses and attendants, and it would have been daytime. Why would you need the candle there if everything was on the up and up? Oh. Maybe they're role playing. Let's go with that story. This is a couple, and they're role playing some like little quaint fantasy thing that's a little bit naughty, but it's consensual, so it's okay. It's okay. Even people back then had to keep it fresh, even if they weren't so fresh. There's another option too. Maybe she's just not that fresh down there and he's trying to air it out before he's got to go downtown. All right. Sorry, that was gross. Oh my goodness. Who else has a question? We still got half an hour on the show. Let's do the monk and the lush again. I love it. The monk and the lush. I bet that's such a vanilla fantasy, but I've read the Marquis de Sade. I know what them old people thought of. They thought all kind of crazy stuff. All right. Who has a question? Oh, I didn't check the other. I know I checked the Instagram. Let me check the Facebook. I don't think anybody is posting on Facebook. Yeah. Okay. All right. So yeah, we got all the online pictures. What am I drinking? My usual. Just a little vodka and juice. Have you ever communicated with the dead? No, not to my knowledge. Now, it's quite possible I do, but I just don't remember it. But no, I don't have, like I say, I'm not a psychic. I ain't a psychic. I just channel messages from the universe. And sometimes what I say comes true. Broken clock is right twice a day. And last week, if y'all remember the bridge collapse, I talked about bridge collapses, and that was a totally random thing. I drew it out of the tea, and it was a thing that I had just seen and kind of researched and looked at and watched some YouTube stuff on. And wouldn't you know it, there was a fucking bridge collapse on Friday. I don't think anyone died. I know some people got hurt. But isn't that fucking crazy? Like, what are the odds? What are the odds that a bridge collapse would happen after I talked about it like 2 days before on the OraCola? Makes you wonder. Okay. Magic 8-ball. Okay. Has all the wine in my house turned, or is there something weird with my palate today? Oh, I'm sorry. Is your Pinot Noir not doing it for you? It could just be that your taste is off. You did say that you had the Rona recently, and they supposedly that fucks with your taste. But let's see. What does the 8-ball say? It is certain. Oh, well, the 8-ball thinks you should dump all your wine out. I don't know if you can see that. There you go. Kind of see it. So the 8-ball thinks that all your wine's bad. So here's what you should do. The 8-ball says you need to gather it all up and then take it out to the dumpster. But don't put it in the dumpster. Just set it next to the dumpster, and she'll make sure it finds the right place to go. Essential oils. Ooh, we got it. We got an oil one. Yay. Let's see. I'm having plant problems. They're all sad. Oh. So sad. I'm sorry your plants are sad. Mine are pretty happy. In fact, I hauled all them bitches in earlier because I knew it was going to rain, and it rained hard the other day, and so they're already waterlogged. And they're mostly plants that don't like water. So I hauled them all in. They're going to have to stay in the dark cave for a few days, but what you going to do? Let them die? Some people do. I've seen some sad potted plants around the complex when I'm going on my 45-minute dog walks. Some folks from the previous freeze did not take care of their one poor potted plant, and it is still dead on the stoop. So, Rose. Oh, nurtures love for self and others. So you just need to love them more. You're not spending enough time. You need to wine and dine them plants. Take some time with them, stroke their leaves and talk to them, and, stick your fingers in the dirt and make sure it's nice and moist, but not too dry. And Yeah, maybe don't put your cigarette ashes in there, or dump your leftover beer in there. That's probably not good for them. But yeah, I would just try to love them more and love them in the way that they want to be loved. Every plant's different. They all have different tastes. They all got different ways they need to be, cared for. If you catch my drift. So there you go. Uh, you didn't expect a good answer from the hate ball. Well, she never does give a good answer now, does she? No, never. In fact, that's why I give the disclaimer at the top of the show. Okay, let's see. Let me scroll back. Let's see. Na, na, na. What does the tarot have to say about possible alien bases in Antarctica? Alien questions. I love them. There's this show, I'm just going to mention it because I thought about using it as a tea topic, but it's just too out there. It's not worth it. It's like Flat Earth. It's just silly, but it's fun to look at. There's this thing on YouTube called Suspicious Observers, and it's this dude who claims that he knows that the reason that we had all these cataclysms before is because the magnetic pole shifted and the electromagnetics of the earth is screwed up, and the reason all that happened is because the sun like ejected some crazy coronal mass ejection that just like wiped away everything and just ruined the whole planet. Most people are like, yeah, that's not how it works. But he's very persistent. He puts out a video every day, 2-3 minutes, and it goes up early in the morning. And he just talks about like his ideas about when doom is coming. And he's like, oh, this moved a few degrees today, and we had this issue, and the sun did this, and all of that stuff. And he's got some sign off that's real good. He's like, I can't remember, I should have wrote it down, but it was like eyes open, no fear, something like that. But it's just, I love it because it's short. I have not learned my lesson that I need to have short videos. Those get a whole lot more play. But one day, I have a process. How did I know you smoked cigarettes? Come on, let's not pretend. You live down the street. Plus, you just sound like a smoker. Okay. Tarot, alien bases. Woo, wands. Okay. So this is representing that whole suit of wands. Creativity, intention, intuition. I think it's still a mystery. Whatever's going down in Antarctica, and we are obviously not the type of people who are going to be able to figure that shit out. Because do you know how expensive it is to get a tourist cruise to Antarctica? It's like tens of thousands of dollars. And the weather's bad, and it's cold, and you get seasick, and it's not worth it unless you just need to see a lot of penguins and smell a lot of penguin shit. Because when they go up to them penguin colonies, if you ever been to the penguin part of the zoo, you know that shit smells bad. And you can imagine like all them penguins and all them seabirds just like crapping on that ice. Once you get on that Zodiac and you get up to that thing, whoo, I bet it knocks you over. It stinks so bad. But some people got to do it, so whatever. Yeah. I think Antarctica is one of those things that we will always have to speculate about. If there was alien bases, that would be a good spot for them because they can go under the ice. No one's like paying attention to that shit except for a few scientists. Even they got the COVID, so like it's going around. Don't feel bad. Like even Antarctica got it. But yeah, I think if we want to know what the truth is, it's going to take us several generations of constant rebellion and pressure until the man finally relents and we get a new man. And hopefully the new man will let us go to Antarctica. Okay. Can the tarot guide me in learning a new language? Oh, okay. That's an interesting question. I'm assuming it's a language you want to learn or have to learn. Hopefully it's a little of both, because if you have to do it and you don't want to do it, that's hard. That's a tough one. Me personally, don't know any other languages except for English. I have tiny like words of Spanish that I remember from high school, but I didn't finish the course, so whatever stuck. Between that and Sesame Street, I got Sesame Street Spanish. That's all I got. Okay. Goog, tarot, language. Ooh, the Wheel of Fortune. That's a good one. So I think this is telling me that you need to have a different attitude about it. So if you are embarking on a new foreign language journey, and I don't know your history, I don't know if you speak other languages, if you're a polyglot and you're one of them people that just pick that shit up. I'm not, but you just need to like shift your perspective on the language. Maybe try learning the language in a different way than you've learned languages before. Perhaps I don't know, throw it up to chance. Try a few different things and see which one works for you, and then go with that. They got all kind of apps and all kind of programs you can sign up for. Back in the day, you had to go to a class. You had to actually go into class, and then they had tapes. That was inconvenient because you had to rewind. But there's so many easy ways to learn it these days. You can just get like 4 or 5 different apps on your phone, try them all out. Excuse me. They all have a trial period usually. And then whichever one you like best, or whichever ones you like best, stick to those. But yeah, I would say shift your perspective, and it'll be easier to acquire. Okay. We got 14 more minutes left in the show. Oh, that's going good. That's going good. Anybody else have a question? Oh, wait, Carol Jean had one. Wait, communicated with the dead. Oh, I got that one. No. Okay. Maybe this is just a conversation I'm missing here. All right. Well, I don't think I saw anything, so I'm just going to assume that it's all good. Take a little sip. This is also a good time for me to say, those of y'all watching this after the fact, and I know that y'all do because I see the viewer numbers, it's more than 2 or 3, so that's good. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please do so. It's very easy to do. I'm terrible about it. I usually watch YouTube when I'm not logged in, so I just don't think about it. But I have made an effort to subscribe to people that I want to support. So if you could do that for me, that would be so lovely. And then you can hit the like button. That helps too. You can also hit the dislike button. They won't show it publicly anymore because CNN got embarrassed too much, but they will show it to me. So I'll know if I'm doing something you don't like. And then also, comments. Comments are wonderful. Comments are really good. They help drive the traffic for the show. I mean, we got what? We got just a few of us, our little village that watches once a week and does it live, but we have more people that watch it later, and hopefully, eventually that'll start picking up steam. So anything you can do for me on the YouTubes is greatly appreciated, and that does not cost you money. So there's that. Oh, is that Russian, Goog? I can't tell. I don't read that kind of hand scratch. Can the tarot give me wisdom in future grandchildren? On. Okay. Oh, so future grandchildren. All right. I'm assuming you don't got none yet. Or maybe you do and you don't like them. You're hoping for a better one next time. That's got to suck when you have a grandchild you just don't like. Everybody tells you you're going to love your grandchildren and they're perfect and beautiful. What if you just get one that you just can't bond with? That's sad. Okay. Just two, but want more. Okay, so you do have some. So you are looking for replacements. No, I'm just kidding. All right, here's your answer. The cups. Oh, there. So the cups is all about emotions and spirituality. So I would say that future grandchildren, whether or not they come, the grandchildren are part of your spiritual journey, your emotional journey as a person on this earth at this time. And they're going to enrich your life in ways that perhaps you did not anticipate. So I would say don't worry so much about more, focus on what you got, and see where that takes you in the emotional, spiritual journey of your life. So there you go. Oh, she wants you and Patrick to make some. Well, as far as I know, womb implants have not actually become successful. I know that they've tried it, but it seems to me that it's going to have to be a different kind of situation, and that's a lot. It's a lot. Oh, you're welcome, Pure Jean. Hi, Lava Jeans. Welcome to the show. You popped in late last time. I'm glad you made it for the last few minutes. I'm not saying that snarky. I really am glad. Okay. Well, anybody who has a question, Lava Jeans, you got a question? There's 10 more minutes left in the show. And we can definitely do some oracle readings. We can also just shoot the shit for 10 minutes. Let's see, what'd you say? Can we trade the womb every week? Oh no, that's not how it works. One of you's got to get the womb the whole time. Unless eventually they'll just grow them in vats. I don't know how far along that technology is, but it's probably working in some lab somewhere. Maybe you can get a hold of one of them vats. And then none of you got to hold the womb. You just got to watch it grow. It's like you put it in the you put the thing in the water and then you turn on the switch, and as long as all the chemicals is right and as long as all the temperature is good and as long as you give it the nutrients it needs, it'll grow. It's like sea monkeys. You can watch it. maybe that's the technology you need. Oh, Lava Jeans, I keep experiencing coincidences with someone I know, but who lives a far distance away. I have no idea what to do about it. Okay, what oracle would you like? You have to pick an oracle. Remember, we got the tarot, we got the style oracle, the crystals, the essential oils, we got the hat of self-care, the magic hate ball, the pornicle, and the book of Revelation. So you pick an oracle and then I will read what the universe says. That's how it works. Tarot, please. Okay. Let me do a little shuffling. Every day I'm shuffling. Okay. Lava Jeans wants to know about a coincidence. A long distance coincidence. Okay. Ooh, the star. That one's good. Okay. So this one is. Oh, sorry, I got distracted by the chat. So I would say you don't know what to do about it. So the star is a hopeful symbol. It means maybe you don't need to do anything about it in like directly. It might mean that you just need to kind of like keep the hope alive and see if the coincidences bring you together, because the universe works in mysterious ways. And if you're feeling the synchronicities going on, as long as the synchronicities keep happening, that means that usually the track is being laid, if you get my drift. So you're working your way to that outcome. um, I don't know if it means you need to be proactive to keep, help building the tracks, but yeah, I think just follow the signs and it's going in a good direction. Yeah. Okay. Oh, you had a porticle. Sorry, I picked the tarot. Let's see. Goog, Revelations. I sent my friend a letter and he responded with a text followed by a longer email. You're welcome, Lava. What should I do to respond? Well, this is not a very good one for the Revelation, but we'll just see what they say. I would say, oh, why am I shaking the ball? I don't know. I meant to get my phone. I know I just got to pick something up. Okay, let's see. Revelation. We gotta go chapter 22. And we're gonna generate. Okay, so chapter 9. Chapter 9. Getting there. Getting there. It has 21 verses. So let's see. 21. All right. 4. Oh, we got 4 before too. Okay. So, Book of Revelation, chapter 9, verse 4. And it was commanded them that they should not hurt the grass of the earth, neither any green thing, neither any tree, but only those men which have not the seal of God in their foreheads. Did we get this one last week? I think we did. When somebody was asking me about their work situation. Okay, so yeah, I think again the message is suffer no fools. Send the response that is easiest for you and that you think is the most professional, because you are not going to spend time worrying about anybody who is obviously don't got the mark of God, not the mark of the beast, the mark of God. So yeah, there you go. I do think we got that one last week. I'll have to go back and look. You know, sometimes with the Book of Revelation, they got a lot of different repetition. Like there's some repetition in the theme. So there's lots of different kind of announcements and openings and yeah. So 9:56. Did anybody else have a question? Because otherwise, if not, I've got 4 minutes to do some tea. I did not buy a scratch-off ticket today. I was disappointed in my losing streak. I just couldn't face another one. All right, here we go. Oh, this one's fun. Okay. This is me living vicariously through other people that have a lot more money. So there is a bunch of YouTubers out there and bloggers and all them that their whole purpose is to travel. Now there's a subset of people who make it their business to travel first class on all the different airlines and write about their experience. First class, business class, all over the world, different airlines, all of them. And it's fascinating to me because, you know, these are tickets that cost tens of thousands of dollars. So you figure somebody who has that kind of money to drop on a plane ticket probably could just get a private jet for not much more. But anyway, I digress. Yeah, these are insane things. And they show you how like the food is gourmet and how the beds lay down, the seats lay down into a bed. And a lot of them is just like enclosed apartments. And there's like spas to take a shower on the plane. And there's just like all kind of amenities. But then there's other ones like, I don't want to shit on America more than I already do, but our carriers, like, what is the point of having a first class ticket in the United States? It's not worth it, because I walked through that section, and aside from the seat being a little bit bigger, there is no difference. I'm sure they get better food, but really it's just as disgusting and just as like cramped. I think some of the ones I'm seeing on these channels are a whole lot nicer, and I'm thinking, wow, these people, all they do is fly all over the world reviewing airplane seats and food. How do I get that job? Like, how does that job materialize? Do you just like start doing it one day? I have no clue. I don't know how these people got into that business, But apparently it keeps working because they keep flying first class. Yeah. Anywho, well, that's the show tonight. Thank y'all so much for hanging out with me on the OraCola on February 2nd, 2022, 2020. Oh, 2022. No, we don't want to go back to 2020. Although it was still good in February. 2020 was still good in February. It went to shit in March. So yeah, I want to thank all y'all for tuning in. I do appreciate y'all hanging out with me, and I hope you got the guidance that you needed. If you would like to share this with your friends, I would be so grateful if you would, because why not? What's the worst that can happen? They can get mad at me for ranting about Trudeau. Fuck them. I do not care. Yes, that is it. So, thank y'all so much. I will see y'all next week. Stay warm if you're in Texas. Hopefully your lights stay on. If you got the Rona, hopefully you're kicking that thing out the door, and you will all be well and well rested for next Wednesday, because I'll be here at 9 o'clock. All right, y'all. See y'all later. Bye.